r/AskReddit, people who had sex with coworkers, what your relationship with them now like? Pretty good overall. We did it, dated for a while, etc. She hates that I call her my ex-girlfriend now that we're married to each other though. So I guess it's a little awkward. That's one of my favorite stupid jokes. Did you know that Sarah lives with her husband, her ex-fiancé, and her ex-boyfriend? What a wild house. Worked in food service, so everyone was sleeping with everyone. I don't talk to any of them anymore. Once you hook up with one, it's like a flare goes up and a shitload more come calling. She later became girlfriend to a friend. We slept together, at the office actually. A while later she moved to another city. Had no contact and I didn't know where she moved. Then a couple of years later I was at a party in my hometown where I met an old friend. We hugged and he yelled, "Nice to see you, man, you fucked my girlfriend." I was confused. LMAO, what a way to say hello after years after meeting. After hooking up, we both got fired from that job at separate times for unrelated reasons. We dated for a little while afterwards, but she got super clingy just cause I married her for 12 years, now she's all like, living in my apartment and raising our son with me and putting daily smiles on my face, so you better believe I'm not making the mistake of sleeping with a coworker ever again. This was my favorite. Okay, Mr. Wholesome. You go and be happy now, you hear? Married nearly 2 decades. 2 kids. Dated her for 7 years, great girl, great relationship, no regrets. You married 2 kids. From this thread, you either marry them or it destroys both of your lives, it sounds like. Unless you're in food service. Then it's just an expected part of the industry. We fell in love with each other before we slept together. Now we don't talk anymore because he ripped my heart in half. If you don't mind sharing, what happened? I can hear her upstairs trying to convince the kids to wash their teeth. So logging out of Reddit to go and help her. Wholesome. What country uses wash instead of brush their teeth? Edit. Seems super common in Europe and Romance languages. Always need to learn the way idioms propagate. Logging out. Not with her now, but really happy I got to be with her in this life. I have sex with my boss almost every day and it never feels awkward. Just one of the perks of being self-employed. Fantastic, LOL. Had me in the first half NGL. Married her. Now divorced for 16 years. Oh, smiley face, oh, sad face. None of the relationships survive job changes, so I don't see any of them. They don't come back to visit after they graduate. Married 44 years. Together for 44.5. Same going on 24. Together for 23 years. Married for 19. Wholesome. Going to be 5 years this year, still work together and I'm still smitten. Same, just celebrated 18 years this year. Been together 9 years and engaged, with 2 kids. I made the very dumb mistake of falling in love with her while she just used me as a rebound because she was mad at the guy she eventually got engaged to. We still work in very close quarters, so it's fucking hard. I might quit because it's too much. Do it. You deserve a lower stress work life. If you interview while still employed, you can hold out for a job that comes with a raise. From experience, just bite the bullet and leave, it's not worth the stress and weirdness and games. Married to her now for 20 years next month. Married almost 15 years, 2 kids. Broke hourly employees when we met, put each other through grad school, a good team. Mortal enemies. LOL. Can only go 2 ways according to this thread apparently. You either get married and live happily ever after or become mortal enemies and hate each other's guts. Why did you guys break up then? If you don't mind sharing. Perfectly fine, had no issues the whole time I was there. There is a trick to this though, don't hook up with highly emotional people. For real, it's not worth the stress. Divorced. I stalk her on Facebook every once in a while. Hoping she got fat after dumping me. Still looks hot 20 years later. Screw you, Natalie. Women with the name Natalie are always hot. Is there a science to that name? Awkward. Slept with her, year later she went missing and is presumed dead. Been about 8 to 9 years now. 2 of my co-workers had sex during a summer party last year while being witnessed by some of my other co-workers. They barely spoke together before it happened, but now it's even worse. I can almost always feel the awkward atmosphere when they are in a room together now. I'm self-employed with no employees, and to be honest, things have been awkward. I visit their grave once a year. I've slept with one coworker who ended up being my manager for 6 months a while after. It was fine and I got all my annual leave approved for the year, including Christmas off. Haven't talked to her since she left town now. Mortician. Skimming through the replies, married 20 years, moved in, married 10 years, married 8 years, yada yada, visit grave once a year, hole up. Either this is a dark funny quip or terribly sad. If it's true, Alan Bastard, sorry for your loss. BTW Alan Bastard was a great Rick Mayall character for the non-Brits. Edit, typo. I had sex with a coworker about 27 years ago. I'm about to go and ask her what she wants for dinner since both of our kids are out this evening. We demand to know what your dinner plans are. We got engaged, he left me out of the blue and broke my heart, and he's still at work every day. Non-existent, he went round telling anyone and everyone. He lost his job, his ex found out about us and she made allegations about him to management, he'll never talk to him again and he's apparently trying to get his job back. Married 15 years next week. We got married 3 weeks ago. Don't do it, op. Ha. The real reason behind this post. A pretty rare thing, being amicable with someone you had sex with after they get promoted to being your manager. Jobs come and go away. Relationships may stay forever. I'd say go for it, op. This goes back 15 plus years. We slept together after the company gala. Black tie, open bar, both single, hotel rooms paid for by the company. It was kind of hard not to end up in bed together. We remain friends. We're not connected on any SM pages other than Lee. We knew it was a one-night stand. In fact, his wife and I follow each other on IG. She and I went to high school together. They had just met when we slept together. I wasn't going to mess that up for him. She is perfect for him. Well, it was 15 years ago. We just finalized our divorce last September. The whole thing never should have happened. She interviewed me first. We started hanging out. We started going out. We moved in together. We got married. We traveled around the world a bit. We bought a house. She bought me a dog, Chihuahua. We had a baby. We sold and bought another house. We had a second baby. And now we are on track for a third baby. We met 11.5 years ago and have been together just over 11 years. Evie, the cleaning lady at work. Started out with flirting, then we had some scotch late one night and made love at my desk. The next day she was pissy and threatened to report me to my boss. I gave her a gift of a beautiful sweater and she backed down. But then she noticed the sweater was stained and she got pissed again and reported me. I got fired and ended up changing careers. I'm an architect now. George. This year is our 20th wedding anniversary. Back in undergrad, I had a big crush on one of the student managers at the dining hall we worked at. Anytime she would come by the station I was working at, I would try to have a quick joke ready to go or simply ask how she was doing. She was in a relationship the first year we worked together and I respected that. Sometime later, they break up and I shot my shot. Well, the feelings were mutual. We hooked up and coupled up too. 12 years later we are happily married. No relationship anymore, for a pretty depressing reason. Coworker I used to fool around with got upset when I left the job for something better and stopped talking to me. A few months later, I found out that her ex had tracked her down, and shot and killed her. This was all years ago, so I am fine now, but I'm pretty sure that's the only time I've dipped my pen in the company ink well. Married nearly 20 years. Non-existent. We only interact if it's work-related, but if we're the only people in the room, we pretend the other doesn't exist. Sounds like a good marriage.
Hey guys, it's Reddit Glitch. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I just wanted to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button because according to my statistics, 98.8% of my viewers are not subscribed, which I think you should subscribe because it's free and we're going to have a lot more bangers in the future, so subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.